The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, baby, it's time for The Drunk Show! And it's hosted by the one and only Devious Dave Rose. That's right, you were expecting Graham Hall here tonight on The Drunk Show, but in fact, you got the substitute, Devious Dave Rose, and I'm here to welcome you all on a Friday night. Oh yeah, a little bit of beer to get things going. Now we gotta say that Graham Hall is out in Florida with his football team that he's coaching, and they're going for gold this weekend. We wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure that we're going to hear from him actually later on tonight. So first and foremost, I am running solo at the moment, but I'm sure that we'll have other people connect with us, and later on we actually will have an open call session. So you want to call up and let us know what you think, how much you hate me. I'm looking forward to it. Tonight, we're getting saucy in multiple ways than one. Got myself a little Bombay Sapphire here, some of the best gin around, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a good gin and tonic in just a short moment. Now, before we do anything else, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get the one and only Doc Holliday in on this call. So let's see what we can do here. Fastest gun in the West, how you doing?
What's going on, Dave?
Same old, same old. Keeping on, keeping on. Livin. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't let you go solo here. I know how hectic the drunk show can be.
It's all good in the hood. And tonight, we're going to have a blast because when the boss is away, the slave gets to play. All right.
All right.
So, already it looks like there's a few people in the chat there saying a few things. Shout out to Alex Williams. Thanks for joining us. Cameron St. Clair Gaming. I love getting saucy, and you should. And soon enough, I will show everyone how to make a great gin and tonic. And I might make even a green dragonfly, which is what you use with ginger ale. But that being said, how you guys doing out there in Radio Land? Please sure to put your chat message into the YouTube, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. Tonight, no holds barred. Dave doesn't give a flying fuck. And what about yourself, Doc? How's Friday treating today?
My week sucked, and Doc ain't giving a fuck either.
Sounds good. And on that note, what I'm going to do is I am going to not only kick myself in the ass for forgetting my tonic in the fridge, I'm going to briefly play an interlude song, a sort of brief break, while I fix up my fuck up. And this song actually is by Concept, and it's called Cardinal Fly. And Graham Hall actually worked on this tune. He apparently worked on the beats while the rapping action was done by Concept himself. So I'm going to play that right now. It's a few minutes long, and this will give me enough time to go get my gin and tonic, my tonics out of the fucking fridge. You see, I've been drinking already the beer, and it's time to move up and get really sloshed. So this is Concept with Cardinal Fly, the Georgia Cardinals anthem.
Respect off and no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We all gon' ride. Respect off and no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We all gon' ride. Cardinal fly. Georgia fly. Get Cardinal fly. Get Cardinal fly. Get Cardinal fly. Cardinal fly. Get Cardinal fly. Get Cardinal fly. Get Cardinal fly. 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 If it's grass on the field, then play ball. No games. We ain't even letting them pass. This is war. Face painted, I'm strapped up. My line strong, I backed up. stats up or get hit. A smooth clip, make your coach tagged up. Get your back tagged up. Make them throw that flag up on your side, but this my turf, we call them fly. GAC, we all gon' ride. Back them seats and watch them rise. I strap my clicks, that ball don't lie. Never check that Georgia pride. If you shift and you hit, make a stumble, you fumble. That mean that ball gon' fly. Yeah, ain't no coming back. No DJ when we run that back. Just a PA when we done with that. XPM not run with that. Yo, GM don't want none of that. Got an A game, better come with that. RD having none of that. None of that. I'm specked off here, no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We all gon' ride. Respect off here, no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We cardinal fly. Get cardinal fly. 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 Yeah, cardinal fly. Kick off, we on every turn. Lightning fast, my feet burn. Shoot move, he fell, y'all watch them. Seashells, stick behind that block, protect that rock, you might get derailed. We gon' shine in our time. Force me to that sideline, but it's first and 10. Break for 20, move them chains, let's get this money. Draw back, haul that, fleet flicker, caught that. Safety, he too far back. More yards, get me all that. Uncoordinated, your coordinator when he saw that. Make your starters fall back, non-stop. Chop block, his war scrap. No, he gon' feel all that. We top notch, don't cross that line. Encroachment, know the ref gon' call that. Y'all need better coaching. Check the lead, we coastin', I'm posting, y'all posting. Ball like we supposed to. Water boys need coasters. Sprint across that field, downhill like a coaster. Slither blocks like cobras. My QB got range, his shotgun need the holster. Put your squad on posters. Respect off here, no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We all gon' ride. Respect off here, no one that's Georgia pride. GAC, we all gon' ride. We cardinal fly. Get cardinal fly. 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 Concept. New wave entertainment.
Yeah, and that was Concept with Cardinal Fly, exclusively here on The Drunk Show. Now, I'm back, and I'm here with my tonic, and obviously my chaser, the golden amber that is known as beer. So let's get down to this, gumshoes. Here's what's going to go down. Got myself a beautiful glass. This is what you need to use when it comes to making yourself a delicious gin and tonic, nice and dry. Good. By the way, shout outs to all those people in the chat tonight. We got Doc Holliday's not only here with me, but he's in the chat, scoping it out. Cameron Sinclair Gaming, check him out for some crazy W2K15 action. Or should I say WWE 2K15 action. We got M-Dog in the chat. We got Commander Critter. Got all sorts of things going on right now. So, here's what we're going to do. I am going to show you how to make a delicious gin and tonic. So, first of all, we got ourselves a gin. In this case, Bombay Sapphire. Some of the greatest stuff you'll find. 2 parts to 3 parts. So, that's approximately 2 fingers. They said measure it with the cap. Fuck them. Actually, I like my drink stiff. There we go. There we got our gin. All right.
Oh goddamn, that looks pretty.
Sure does. Look at that. You got little sailboats. There's little sailboats. Oh, look at that. Next
So
up.
Dave,
Oh, hold
I
on,
never
hold on.
actually-
No. We're in the middle of making a gin and tonic. I'm sorry, my friend, but this is the time where we must do this the right way. Then, we get ourselves our ice. Fill it to the brim. Or at least as much as you want or can. I like it like that. Not to the brim. Now, we get our garnish. In this case, a delicious lime. So, squeeze a little in there. Drop her in. Last but not least comes the greatest tonic water available. Schweppes tonic water. And now, oh yeah. We fill the rest with some tonic. Now that's probably going to be a little stiff, but that's the way I like it, and that's the way she liked it too. So now, for a little refined English taste. Very good. Very stiff, very hard, very dirty, but very good. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, Doc Holliday, what do you say?
So, Dave, for our audience, is that shaken, not stirred?
Oh, there's no shaking or stirring with this. You just drop it in and you let it be dirty, because this is the big dirty.
Oh, so it's like one of them internets. It's drag and drop.
Basically.
So I was gonna ask you for me and the fans and the audience that haven't ever drank Bombay Sapphire, what's that taste like?
Oh, it's delicious, actually. It's got a little bit... I want to actually first give you guys a little description of the smell, but you can definitely tell a little bit of lime spritz. It's more of a light lime savor or blend. You can taste a little bit of juniper. I'm just reading on the back here as well. You got almonds, but you can't really taste those too much. It's the lemon peel, yeah. It's juniper berries. I was right there. Some angelica and orris, but it has a very, very nice, crisp, almost fruity type smell, and it's nice and tight. The taste, it's very curt and on point, if you want to say it. It's tart, if you'd like to use that term. And again, I love my gin and tonics because they're nice and dry. That's why I like gin and tonic. It's a very nice change to my usual amber fare. And it's one of those things that I drink once in a while. But just like whiskey, I sometimes seem to have some sort of allergy to it because it makes my knuckles bleed. But then again, I'm always up for a little action.
Knuckles bleeding, huh? That sounds like me on a bad night with some Jägermeister.
Ah, yes, the Jägermeister. So it looks like we got some people in the chat, some more people up. Let's see what they're saying here. Let's see here. We got Commander Critter talking Xbox. I'm sorry I'm a little late. We got the one and only Marky C. Marky Do. Be sure to check out his channel. He's got a lot of vlogs, checking out a bunch of stuff that's in New York with some really good quality camera work. And you get to see the beach, you get to see Central Park, and you get to see a lot more. So be sure to check it out. It's very cool stuff. And if you didn't know, he also has another channel, which is Marky D Gaming. And you can see some crazy, crazy action on there. I'm not going to spoil it, but you might want to check it out this Sunday. Let's see who else we got here. We got, Cameron Sinclair Gaming. We've already shouted him out again. Alex Williams. Yes, it does suck watching live streams on mobile. Yes, I already plugged you, Marky D. Apparently says it poured. I guess it was raining over there in New York, and we got nothing here in Toronto, unfortunately. Yes, very stiff, very hard. That's what she said. And, YouTube does crash, and it's stupid, so fuck you, YouTube. Now, actually, since I'm already drinking my gin, and I'm already feeling like quite the prick, let's go into a few topics that I'd like to address tonight. First and foremost, I'm the type of guy that does not air my dirty laundry in the public. It's just not worthwhile. Why would I do that? What do I benefit from it? I'm the type of guy that just lives his own life, moves forward, doesn't regret a thing, tries to learn from everything that I experience, and I just don't waste my time with things that aren't worth my time. But it seems to be that there are a few people out there that could maybe benefit from investing in the KY Jelly Company because it seems that they're quite butthurt. Strange to me, and it's news to me because, I just move on with life. It's why get dragged down with the bullshit, Just move on, live life, be happy. that's the way you should be doing it. But it seems to be that there's a few people out there that, for some reason or another, continually bring me up in public on certain streaming shows, saying certain things about me that, I guess would be okay if I was there to defend myself, but consider that really two-faced hypocrisy of someone to do these sorts of things and then, demand that somebody treat them with respect and speak to them to their face. So I've been dealing with a fair bit of that, actually, in recent days, which I find hilarious because I wasn't even thinking about these sorts of things until it was brought to my attention. So a little comical, to say the least. And I'm not too sure what more to say about it, because I'm sure that a lot of people listening have heard some speculation or rumors, but you know that I'm not really the type of guy to just talk shit about somebody who's not here to defend themselves. If they want to call in, I'm more than willing to give them an opportunity to speak for themselves. That's only fair, and that's only, appropriate, I would say, in the sense that I don't consider myself a hypocrite, so I would not act like one. But it seems to be that some people, for some reason or another, are obsessing over me like a bad breakup. And to me, there's no skin off my back, man. I moved on. But these individuals seem to be obsessing over me like, some fanboy over some stupid comic book. I really don't know what else to say. I've moved on, people. You should too. Why do you still do this? I mean, are you really that hurt? I mean, because if so, maybe seek some counseling or something, because I don't think it's healthy for you to obsess over things that really are done and over with. So, to you individuals out there that know who you are, who are in fact two-faced, hypocritical bullies, no matter how much criticism you heap onto me, you just give me a smile. But you already knew that. So, why waste your time? Unless you're looking to make yourself look even worse and prove my point even more. But that's the way it is. And I'm not really going to stop them because, again, why waste my energy? If you want to waste your energy hating on me, please send it my way. Be sure to direct that stuff to my Twitter, @DeviousDaveRose. Because, if you're really if you're really the man that you say you are, you'll make this public. You'll stand up to what you say. But the fact is, you individuals, you know who you are in fact probably the biggest two-faced hypocrite, juvenile, infant imbeciles that I've probably ever met. But again, I'm not the one to provide an ad hominem, and for those that don't know, that's a verbal attack on someone to try to distract from the point at hand. I'm not the guy to shoot the messenger, unlike you. I acknowledge and I look at information and then use what you say you use, critical thinking, and I apply it accordingly. Seems to be that every time you continue to transgress, you prove me right without me doing a goddamn thing. So to you, my friends, I say cheers. Because I gotta say, it's oh too sweet when you act exactly the way that I thought you would act. You're playing right into the game, people. Right into the game. But you know what? You can't tell the crazy person they're crazy. They'll never understand. So, all I can say is, best of luck, gentlemen. Excelsior, and best of luck to you, because you're going to need it. Now, after that little slight tirade, Mr. Doc Holliday, fastest gun in the West, any thoughts or comments?
To me, like, as an outside viewer on the shit, man, it's all kid shit. Just because of, like, these dudes really wanted to make an issue of it. to be man about it and just say, all right, dude, I disagree with what you said about such and such, so let's have a debate, like it's been done 1,000 other times on YouTube. But no, like these dudes want to just have their own little private show and talk shit, and I just think that's a coward's way out.
And I would totally agree with you. But, don't let logic or facts stand in your way of making a judgment. No, 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 no. Do what you want. Just go on these rumors, on these suspicions. Don't, God damn it. Fucking eyelash. Don't take reality for what it is. No, 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 no. Don't try to get more information. Just take one side, because one side always covers both, right? Exactly. So again, to my detractors, I love you all, because again, you're wasting energy on me, which means you're giving me power. So, you know what? Gin and tonics go great with power. Too sweet. And yeah, 5 stars for Commander Critter for recognizing the little Alberto Del Rio / El Patron verbiage that I slipped in there. So very cool there that you understand what's on the down low. And let's show you a nice picture of another gin and tonic. And yeah, they are quite beautiful. You can use many different things to garnish them. I would recommend those of legal drinking age that are in fact listening to perhaps give a gin and tonic a try if you've never had one. You can you can provide different types of garnishes, whether it be a lime, whether it be a lemon, which is what you see in the image right now. You can even add perhaps an olive, a pimento olive, or even a pickle, as strange as that sounds, and even cucumber with dill. Sounds weird, but trust me, if you ever get a chance to try this, it's worth at least one time. And yes, Alex Williams, you have the power. Hallelujah. And it's going to be a new day. New day. Oh, sorry, Alex. I'm drinking, so clearly I'm messing things up. But yes, Alex Williams has the power. Not Critter. But Critter still got 5 stars for the Alberto Del Rio line. So we getting real crazy tonight. It's only fucking 36 minutes into the show. How about that? Let's see here. What else can we discuss so early in the game night? Oh, actually, we have this planned for later on tonight, but I guess I could do this now. What do you say, Doc? Do you have anything else you want to bring up, or?
Before we switch topics, man, I gotta say, you got that drink looking good. That looks like something I'd pay like $10 for at the bar.
If they make it right and it maybe is sprinkled with flake gold, yes, I would pay $10 for that, but not. I would say at most, don't pay more than probably about $6 for a good gin and tonic.
Oh man, that's not happening around here. These fucking pisshole fucking bars around here. I'm talking about you're paying $5 for a little shot of Fireball, and that's not even they do anything to it. If you're lucky, the bottle was sitting in the cold for a little while.
Wow, that's terrible. Do they even know? Like, bro, do they even drink?
Dude, you gotta go to some like real high end spot to get a real nice drink around here, and it's sad. Like, honestly, if I had the nerve to do it, man, I would straight review these bars and shit around here just for laughs.
You know what's more fun is making your own drinks, man. You just
oh
pour
yeah,
yourself some-
I do it all the time. Yeah, I like being mad scientist and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And you can definitely have a lot of fun making up new drinks or just trying to experiment when it comes to making pre-established drinks. I mean, a Manhattan seems to be a challenge, and it's worth trying out if you can make it.
Have you ever had an Irish car bomb?
I've heard of them, but I don't remember trying one.
So basically, you get a Guinness beer and you dump it in a cup, and then you get some real hard Irish whiskey like Jameson or something, and then basically you pour it in a shot, and then you dump the shot into the Jamesons. And if you want to be fun, you could dump some Baileys in there and make it taste a little better. But oh man, you'd be fucked up after like 2 of them.
Eh. Bailey's, it's okay once in a while, but the cream, man, I might be the cream of the crop, oh yeah, but I don't like cream in my crop, if you know what I'm saying, oh yeah.
Yeah, to me, I wouldn't drink it out of the bottle, but like if you want to throw a little in there for taste, a little flavor, I'm okay with it. Depends on what you're trying to make. Cause I don't know, I'm one of them crazy people who likes them coffee type drinks, cause you don't see them that often.
Just to let our viewers know, I don't know why, but the Skype thing isn't working at the moment, so I'm going to try to remove that and add it again. For some strange reason, it's not appearing. And I at least want to get that nice graphic of Mr. Doc Holliday. But stinking reason, don't want to show. I have no fucking clue why.
It's all good, bro. Me and Skype, we know we have problems, so it ain't nothing new
There
to
we
me.
go. Yeah, Skype's a bitch. That's what it is. Skype's a fucking dirty little bitch. You hear that, Skype? I'm calling you out. As is Doc Holliday. Actually, I don't know. Oh, yeah. And Hogan's calling you out.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
Or should I say Booker T? Woo! Jin's doing his job. The Jin's doing his job. And, I don't know. You know what? It's been a while since we heard this. Why not?
Have you been up my wishing tree? It's where I come to think and dream. And now I'd like to show you my wishing tree. Jam on, where we can laugh and giggle and scream. Imagination is the key. Won't you imagine along with me? We can be spacemen or pirates on the sea. Come on, yes we can do everything. And I mean everything. Come on, up in my wishing tree. Oh!
That song's dedicated to you, Lorne. I know that you love that song oh so much. Oh, and we've got the one, we've got the only, Amanda the birthday girl, directly in the chat. Happy birthday, lady.
Yeah, happy birthday, Amanda.
That's right, and all the studio audience here in The Drunk Show is wishing you a very happy birthday. So let's see what else. Apparently I can't read the chat right. Please forgive me, people. I don't know what's going on anymore. But it's okay, because we're all good. And I keep getting hit up by chats and craziness and what's going on. Too much craziness. It's crazy here. My name's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I used to be the governor of California. And then I'm seeing here that we got people in the chat. They're saying hello. And hello back to you. It's great to hear. But what we're going to do is we're going to just briefly wait while Doc Holliday makes himself available, because we've got a very special treat for everyone here tonight. We're actually going to make a call through Skype, and we're going to actually call overseas. So we're going to call somebody, and we're going to have a talk to them. I don't speak their language, but I do understand it to a certain point. So I'm going to try my best to translate, or at least respond in a manner that people in the audience understand. But I think it should be a good segment. You know, I've been, wanting to speak to this person for a little while now, and now that we've got things working here on the Drunk Show, I think things are going to work out well. So, yeah, let's just wait for Doc Holliday to return, and then we'll be able to actually get this show on the road when it comes to that particular segment that I'm hoping to go to. But again, we've got quite a few people here in the chat so far. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. You got a comment, let us know. If you want us to talk about anything in particular, also let us know. And be sure to check out all the different content that you can find there on Reckless TV on YouTube. And
All right, I'm here, Dave.
all right, and we're also expecting a call from Graham Hall, so hopefully he'll be calling in soon. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to try to communicate with this individual. So let's just see if I can. Just got to get the Skype going on here. I'm getting bombarded with useless chat messages that really don't concern me. So let's make this call here because I want to get this thing done. Bear with me while I finally get this dialing. Okay, so we're gonna dial now. We're gonna call Argentina right now. That's for all those people who don't know, that's in South America. And yeah, let's see if this actually will work. All right, good. It's ringing. Hi, it's Devious Dave Rose from The Drunk Show. Is that Mr. Braunhebd?
Und ich erfahre das sozusagen auf Nachfrage.
Oh, good. I'm glad that we finally got you on the phone. It's finally glad to be able to speak to you.
Von vor kommt der Beschuss.
Well, thank you very much. I'm having a very good Friday night as well. Now, I know that your name is Mr. Braunhebd, and I know that you at one point lived in Germany, but for reasons that you won't currently go into detail with me, you moved to Argentina.
Man müsste die ganze Luftwaffenführung sofort aufhängen.
Okay. I don't have to ask any more about that. You know, I was just trying to clarify, okay? But I do appreciate that you are here tonight on the show.
Wink.
Well, you're most definitely welcome. But what I was wondering right now is, what are your thoughts on South America?
Die Gruppe Steiner wird von Norden her angreifen und sich mit der Neunten Armee vereinigen.
Well, I can't necessarily disagree with you there, but I'm not really sure it's so good to call the locals that. But give me a break. Give me a moment here while I take a drink here because I'm a little thirsty.
Mein Fehler, dein Befehl, ich glaube.
Please, I just needed to take a drink. That's all.
Dann seid ihr Armee kehrt machen.
Okay. Now, I understand you might be upset. You're 2 hours behind me in the time zone, so maybe you are a little tired. But you know, we're trying to help you out here. We're trying to give you a forum here on the Drunk Show, and I was hoping to at least get a little more proper conversation and decorum out of you.
Aber dafür müsste man ihn an die Wand stellen.
Okay, I understand that you're upset, okay, Mr. Braunhebd, if that's your real name, who's currently residing in Argentina. But again, there's really no reason to treat me like that when I invited you on the show to give you an opportunity to speak about what you do.
Ja, vielleicht schon dort.
Look, okay. You know what, sir? Let me pull back. I apologize to you. You are our guest here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity just to speak on your own and to give us your thoughts.
Verrat!
Is that all?
Ihr Ansuchen, Berlin zu verlassen, ist ganz und gar unakzeptabel.
Okay, you can't just give me these one-sentence answers, okay? I mean, you really have to give me some more detail.
Sich zu autorisieren, behauptet er, ich wäre krank! Mein Fehler, dein Befehl, ich glaube!
Okay. So, if I understand this correctly, you left Germany because you were persecuted for your previous job as a doctor.
Ein wildfremder, unberechenbarer Künstler, all die anderen, ja!
Okay, I understand that you were passionate about your job and that perhaps maybe some of the things that you were doing weren't viewed as appropriate, but why was it that you chose to go to Argentina?
Und ich erfahre das sozusagen auf Nachfrage.
Okay, and did you think not about learning the new language?
Oder in einem Bauernhaus oder in irgendetwas Ähnlichem hausen und das Ende abwarten.
Well, that makes sense. I do have to agree with you there. Doc Holliday, do you have any questions for Mr. Braun Hebden?
Yeah, Mr. Braun, were you like one of the few that wasn't a part of Operation Paperclip? Is that why you're so angry?
Faggot! Faggot! Faggot!
Is that a yes?
Vanilla Faultbait!
Okay, well, if you don't want to answer that, that's perfectly fine. But I don't know. I think our audience deserves a better answer to that.
And meine Person!
I know that we don't owe you anything, but again, giving you this opportunity. After all, you were taken away from your homeland, and I know that you think that everyone's a conspiracy theorist. That no, it isn't. You're crazy, and you get your exercise goose stepping, but there's probably more to the story than you're letting on.
Das ist der schlimmste Verrat von allen!
Okay, not. There's no need to get to that tone.
An meine Person!
Look, okay, you know what? I think that we've done enough here tonight, and perhaps maybe you'd want to consider, us talking to you at some future point.
Jeder hat mich belogen, sogar die SS!
Okay, well, at least it looks like you're open to that possibility. So, Mr. Braunhebd, thank you so much for joining us here on The Drunk Show. I know it's a long-distance call there to Argentina, where you're currently holed out trying to avoid the authorities. But all I gotta say is keep on goose-stepping. I'm sure they'll catch up to you sooner than later.
Faggot! Faggot! Faggot!
All right, we've just disconnected Mr. Braunhebd, who's currently residing in Bariloche, Argentina. For some reason, my camera doesn't want to focus. Focus, camera. Focus.
God damn, Dave.
Hello?
I thought we were calling back to 1943.
No, I think that was closer to 1939, but that being said, I just got to get my I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera now. What the hell? There we go. Yeah. There you go.
So-
that one's for you, fucking camera.
To answer the chat, Graham Hull's a little busy right now. He's supposed to be calling in later, so we're filling in for him right now.
Hold on, what?
Somebody in the chat said, if this is the drunk show, where's Graham?
Well, Graham, as I explained earlier in the show, is currently in Florida helping his team that he coaches, his football team, try to win the championship. And by the way, on that point, I'm actually going to take a moment, just a slight moment here, to thank all those that donated to helping Graham send his team to the championships. Yeah, and that's the end of thanking everyone who helped. So just a quick reference to Cody Hagan. Why wasn't the drunk show on last Friday? As we many a time have already explained in multiple comments and correspondence, there was major technical issues with XSplit. That is the reason it wasn't on. Next question.
Dave, I'd like to take this one. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Is anyone happy that Brock Lesnar returned on Raw? And that's from Cody Hagan. The funny thing is, I've been listening around a lot. There's people that are happy about it. There's people that's not so happy about it because they don't like the way Brock Lesnar was brought back. They believe that he could have been brought back in a lot bigger way. My argument to that is, for one, they brought out the best WWE shirt ever, and that's the Suplex City shirt. And for you guys that don't know, I believe it was the Roman Reigns match. He was just suplexing the shit out of him. He looked straight at the camera and goes, "Suplex City, bitch!" And so now Brock Lesnar has this shirt, and it looks like a freeway sign, and it says Suplex City. and then it has the name of the town they're in. Like the one he came out with was Cleveland, because they were in Ohio and shit. So the reason I like that vignette or whatever you would call it, the promo, is because I never seen Seth Rollins look so scared in my life. Like his eyes just got wide like a bug, and he was out of that ring. And to me, you cannot sell Brock Lesnar any better than that.
Wrestling's not real.
Damn it, Dave, you're breaking kayfabe.
Kayfabe's dead. No, it isn't. You're crazy.
Oh, funny thing about that, Dave, I ain't like trying to segue us into wrestling or anything, but they're actually trying to bring kayfabe back.
Well, I would be up for it. I mean, the best test of that would be Adam Rose transitioning back to Leo Kruger. The demand is there. People want to see him. He wants to see himself in that role. That may flip kayfabe on its face and have him return as that character in a way that still sort of breathes some life back into kayfabe.
The funny thing about that is, Dave, I can give two shits about Adam Rose, but when you say the name Leo Kruger to me, I want to Google that shit.
Indeed. Indeed. So, since we've been about an hour's worth of time airing now, what I would like to do is first I'd like to quote my buddy from Sunnyvale Trailer Park down in Nova Scotia with one of his best lines ever.
There's two things motherfuckers got to know about Jada the ROC, straight up, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I spin more rhymes than a lazy Susan, and I'm innocent until my guilt is proven. Peace. Represents Sunnyvale, straight the fuck up.
That's right, Jada the ROC, J-Rock himself, straight from Sunnyvale. Shout-outs to Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles as well. And wherever you are, Ray, keep seeing those ladies of the night. Now,
A following note on that, Dave. If you have not seen Trailer Park Boys, go get yourself a Netflix subscription. Do it. They have the whole 8 seasons of Trailer Park Boys and like the 5 or 6 movies that are out.
and in
Go
fact,
get it.
In fact, you Yankees get shit we don't. The Trailer Park Boys have gone on countless stand-up tours that were filmed live in those venues. Guess what, people? Those things are on Netflix USA. That's right. We Canadians, the place that invented the Trailer Park Boys, we don't even get those, but you do.
Oh, hold up, Dave. What you're talking about, like, trust me, I follow that shit like cult following, okay? I've seen all their movies and all that. I haven't even seen that. The closest I've seen to them doing stand-up was they did this weird bit where they were trying to run like a TV network, but they were all like out of character. And they were using their real names.
This is not the SwearNet, and SwearNet's awesome. Be sure to subscribe to that. I think it's only $4.20 a year. Be sure to do it, and it's definitely worthwhile. But no, this is quite different.
Hold up, SwearNet's real?
SwearNet is real, brother.
Dude, I thought this was a movie, okay? See, like, I'm a person who watches Trailer Park Boys, and I'm just, like, misinformed on the subject. That's crazy as hell, because I'm telling you, they made, like, 2 movies, and then, like, I thought it was just, like, a bit they were doing. Like, if they really have Randy naked...
SwearNet, the movie, is a transition from the Trailer Park Boys ending into the SwearNet show.
Because, dude, like... that shit was gold. I'm talking about Lee tripping on drugs was freaking awesome. Fucking Randy, like, cussing in his fucking underwear doing the weather. Like, it was all gold, man.
Yeah, and there's a show that unfortunately isn't on Netflix right now, but you can find it online. It's called The Drunk and on Drugs Happy Fun Time Hour. You want to see some craziness? You want to see comedy brought up to the level of extremity? You check that show out. The Drunk and on Drugs Happy Fun Time Hour. Made, produced, and written by the same guys that do Trailer Park Boys. But if you thought it was crazy on Trailer Park Boys, you ain't seen nothing yet. You have to check it out. And just a quick comment to Cody Hagan in the chat. He's asking, hey, Davey Stavros, you're going to beat the global champion Mark Mayhem at MCW Uprising? Well, guess what, brother? You're going to have to check it out this Sunday exclusively on Marky D's YouTube channel.
I'd like to add to that. That is the best 2K15 footage you can find on YouTube.com right now. There's nothing better. Everywhere else, it's just dudes with their made characters. You're not gonna find commentary like this, guys. Go check that shit out.
Not only that, but you're gonna find actual bilingual commentary exclusively on MCW. Not just English, but also en español. And let's see what else I was going to do here. Blah, 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 blah. The gin's really getting to me, people, but that's all good, because that's what it's supposed to do. Where's Graham? He was supposed to call in. Who knows? Oh, so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Biggity bam. All right, so instead of looking at GoDummy for the Skype call, you want to call me at Devious Dave Rose, and I will take your call. You can share your opinion here on The Drunk Show. So as we wait for people, I'm going to show you a beautiful design. That's right, that's the Devious design that you can find exclusively on my Spreadshirt store. You can find that at deviousdaverose.spreadshirt.ca. That's right, Canadian website, Canadian prices. You Americans make out like bandits. So be sure to check it out. Great designs, great products, and you're helping me out $1, $2 at a time to try to continue on with what I'm doing. So, anybody up for calling out there in Radioland, be sure to give me a call on Skype at Devious Dave Rose. Oh, we got Stoner Troy. Welcome, Stoner Troy. No, Cody Hagen, we don't play Describe on this on my show. When Graham's here, you can play that all you want. Not today. Let's go back to the chat here and see what's going on. Seems to be a quiet night here on the interwebs. Not too many people around. Let's see who's on Skype. Maybe we'll call somebody up out of the blue. Oh, nobody's available. Oh, it's the one and only.
Nigga. I'm 100% nigga. Nigga. I'm 200% nigga.
Are you dialing on a rotary phone or something? What the fuck's going on?
I have no idea what's going on, but what I want to know is why in the holy hell is my show live right now?
That's what you told me, brother. Told me to put you on live, and here you are, live.
All right, well, hey, the fans can wait 1 second. Let me fix this shit, and I'm going to call back.
Looks like maybe Graham Hull was close to a sink or something. Sounded like the drain was just flowing. I don't know.
What the hell is going on? But I'm back here.
What the hell? Oh, hey. Mute that shit. Don't you keep your fucking YouTube fucking unmuted now. We get the direct connection here. So we don't need to be wasting with that. All right, Graham. He's back.
Hey, what's going on, Devious Dave Rose?
I'm doing awesome tonight. I'm doing very saucy and very ginny. How about you, brother?
I'm pretty good, and I see Doc Holliday over here with you.
What's up, Graham?
Hey, y'all just taking over Reckless TV today.
We're just trying to live up to the ideal that is a Graham Hull. Hallelujah.
Well, anyway, what are we talking about right now, gentlemen?
We've gone through a lot of different discussions here tonight, not just talking about how to make a proper gin and tonic, but also about Brock Lesnar's return. We've also talked about cowards, hypocrites, and two-faced fucks. We actually got to talk to Mr. Braunhebd. I was hoping you would be on the call at that point, because maybe you would have asked him some questions, because Doc was able to ask him a few, as was I. But
Yo, isn't that Argentinian dude?
Well, no, he's actually German, but he had to move to Argentina due to reasons he wouldn't really go into detail for. But I guess maybe he was trying to avoid authorities or something. But that's where he's right now. He's Argentina.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to point out, since this is my show anyway.
Yes,
sir. I would like to point out that, everybody, y'all wonder where the hell Graham is. I'm down here in Florida. We made the money to bring the football team down here to Florida. No thanks to some people. But,
actually, Graham, I did take a moment to thank everyone that actually helped donate to send your team here on the show just before you called.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank everyone that was involved in the donation.
Every single one of them. Every single one.
Exactly. And, well, we're down here. I was just having dinner with the team. We sat down, had a nice dinner. We're getting ready to head back to the hotel. I was sitting at the restaurant. Went up to the bar because I had to put on the fight tonight. But I would like to know your gentlemen's thoughts on the fight tonight. There's 2 matches in the card for the Bellator MMA tonight that really interested me. One was Ken Shamrock versus Kimbo Slice.
Did you like that match?
It hasn't happened yet. I'm headed back to the hotel to go finish it out.
Yo, what time's that going on?
About 30 minutes, I'd assume, depending on how quickly these other matches get done. But the match right before it is Bobby Lashley versus some guy.
Dude, I'm very sorry. I made a commitment already to run the show, but you're making me really want to quit and go watch that.
Hey, well, it's all right. You have the boss's permission, Caucasian manservant.
Thank you, sir. Indeed, indubitably.
Now, if you got to cut off the show to go watch Kimbo Slice get his ass whooped, then I will not hold it against you.
Well, we know where Graham's betting his money on tonight. Ken Shamrock, 10-1.
I'm going with the submission machine.
Kimbo Slice. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this right now. Kimbo Slice actually disappointed when he made his premiere in MMA. Your comments. What are your comments? Because I've seen his street fights and shit, and they were badass. But clearly, he was a little outmatched when he got into the octagon. What are your thoughts on his viability?
Kimbo Slice is a fighter without rules.
No, hold on. Kimbo Slice is a street fighter. So
he's a fighter without rules.
But that's the thing, though. When have you ever gone into a fight where there are rules? Unless you are in a boxing ring or an octagon or something. You know, somebody tries to take you down in a back alley. Well, you better know how to street fight properly and use your environment to your advantage. Because if not, no amount of holds is going to stop his pussy-ass fucking cowardly friend kicking you in the face. You take these people down, and you take them down immediately with the appropriate skills that you need. You don't follow any rules because in a street fight, there are no rules.
Exactly. And Kimbo Slice, being a street fighter, now moving into or having moved into an arena where there are a huge amount of rules, he's having a tougher time than people who were brought up learning this craft. And this is in essence a craft. It's been proven that you can't be a street fighter and be a top guy in MMA coming out of the gate. Yes, he's awesome in the street. I would not like to catch Kimbo Slice in a dark alley because he would fuck my big ass up. But fucking with a dude that's a proven MMA fighter, submission machine, dude who knows the octagon better than most, he doesn't stand a fucking chance. Because there are rules.
Absolutely, and the rules are basically what prevent you from potentially winning or losing a match.
Exactly. In a street fight, you don't have somebody that's gonna break it up real quick because something's awkward or somebody could truly get injured real quick. The octagon, that's gonna happen.
Then
I mean,
again-
the few undercards that I've seen tonight, they've really let the guys go. So if it does get if tonight's match between Kimbo and Ken Shamrock is a slugfest, which I truly doubt because Ken doesn't want to go hand for hand.
No. He does not want to be on the receiving end of those big fists.
No,
He wants
I don't think
he wants to
anybody would.
grapple, and he wants to try to put him down as quick as possible. That's the best
Yes,
way
but
that
give it to
Shamrock's going to
Kimbo.
survive.
I will give it to Kimbo. He has won 2 matches recently via submission. So he's learning. But I don't think he's there yet to beat somebody that is as proven as Ken Shamrock.
That's my whole opinion of Kimbo, is you got to give this guy time to learn, kind of like CM Punk, because you got to think of where he came from, man. They just plucked this guy up out of somebody's backyard, knocking dudes out. Like, if you gave him time to train and learn submissions, I think he'd be a dangerous guy, even for his age.
Careful, Doc. Those people that I was speaking about earlier, the ones that should invest in KY Jelly stock, their sphincters are probably hurting at such a logical statement such as that.
Oh, be careful. Don't piss off the Germans.
Well, they're in
Yeah, I don't
South
wanna
America,
piss off
so I
no
guess we're
Germans,
safe.
man.
What was that?
Said I don't want to piss off no Germans. I seen that movie where the Nazis were on the moon and shit. So.
Oh, that's right. Iron Sky, I think it was.
And there it is.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Now,
out.
can I ask you an off-topic question about something that you and Doc have discussed in length? I might add.
Please do.
But there's something that's interesting me that was posted here on the Reckless TV channel, and it's something that I'd like to learn more about because it's not something that I knew about before you guys did an episode of Anything Nerdy informing me about it. But Shenmue. I had never heard of Shenmue before you guys talked about it on Anything Nerdy, but after watching the video, it made me very interested in learning a little bit more about it and about the gameplay and the story behind the game, even. But what are your thoughts on this one compared to 3? Or I mean, compared to 2?
If it's done right, it's going to be huge, dude. It's going to, like, bring the franchise back to life and probably make sequels just because I've already heard the damn thing was on Kickstarter for 24 hours and it already made, like, $100,000 or whatever over what the hell it was supposed to make. It's ridiculous.
All that money's coming straight from Japan, too.
Oh, fuck yeah,
most
dude.
of it.
Trust me, it is, because the second one was only released in Japan, and everybody I've been hearing from is just like, okay, if you're going to make number 3, release 1 and 2 on the new shit so everybody can get familiar with it.
You want to stay in the car? Oh, wow. Because, I mean, I went and looked at some videos for number 2, and even some videos from the original. And I'm like, all right, this game looks pretty awesome. And it's something that I'd be interested in. It kind of reminds me of gameplay-wise, all right, don't get me wrong, not storyline-wise, but gameplay-wise, reminds me of a mix between Quake and The Walking Dead.
What do you say to
But-
that, Doc?
That's a very, like, I ain't going to say he's wrong, but that's a very interesting way to look at it, because to me, I've always
It's
looked
like
at
if you
it.
mix Quake and Walking Dead together, that's Shenmue.
Like, the only thing I'll take away from that is the guns.
No, I mean I'm talking about gameplay wise. Like how movements and stuff like that. But if 3 is done on a platform like the Xbox One or the PS4, then they're gonna have to really step up on the gameplay.
Like, the best thing I could probably give you on it, man, is like, you got to play something like Yakuza, and that's like a really old franchise.
That was a good game.
You could find it all over PS3. They have like 4 of them. There's going to be a 5th one coming out, and basically, it's like a beat 'em up game. Like, okay, you play it on Super Nintendo, it'd be like one of them games where you're just beating up dudes and you're like side scrolling and shit. But this one was like a 3D one where you're like walking through a city and there was this big ass story, like why you're beating all these fucking guys up, and the story was just amazing. And I'm not going to spoil it.
Oh, okay, I got you. Now a question because y'all know I'm down here with the football team. I got to deal with my players. Quick question, because I can't be here all night. Does anybody in the chat have any questions for me?
Well, let's get that right now. Anybody in the chat that currently is there, be sure to ask a question of the one and only Graham Hall, who has to get back to his team because tomorrow and Sunday they win gold.
Absolutely. And
I know one person was asking how your team was doing or something like that.
well, we have pool play tomorrow in which we play 4 games against 4 phenomenal teams. We play who we play? Chicago.
No.
Yeah, we do play Chicago tomorrow.
Boom.
We play Boom A. Or look at pull the schedule up. You got the text message with the schedule?
I got it. Yeah, I do.
I
know we played we played T2G.
T2G, that's Tennessee.
We played Next Level.
Next Level, that's Washington State.
Hey, Haas. Boss man.
We played
Yes.
Tampa, and we played GAT Future Stars.
Silence, the Canadian is speaking. I
I'm
just
sorry,
wanted to
go
say, be sure to check out the first, I think it was in the first 10 minutes of the show. I actually showed on video how to make a good, dry gin and tonic.
Out freaking standing. All right. So run me the list. Run me the list again.
So you have.
Tomorrow morning we start playing by playing Tampa.
Yeah.
And then we move on to Dallas.
Yeah.
And then we move on to Washington State. And then we end with
T2G.
Oh, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Should be good.
Yes. So we have a full card ahead of us tomorrow. And then we do well tomorrow. We end up in the elimination play on Sunday. Well, we're going to be in the elimination play anyway because we are Georgia and we are awesome. But we're going to start off playing the Born to Compete team, which is if anybody was paying attention, Born to Compete is the group that showcased some of our players on their YouTube page and their website. And now we're going to have to play against them and beat them. I have one of my players here with me right now. Say hi, Dwayne.
What's up?
You gonna hurt somebody this weekend?
Oh no, this is he hurts people every weekend.
And you know what, sir?
His nickname is Debo.
Oh, that's right. This is Devo we were talking about. Well, in fact, Devo, good sir, you deserve one of these.
Ding, just say awesome.
Awesome.
Yes, but that is the infamous Debo that you've heard so much about.
The one from Friday.
And,
yeah, I'm scared the shit out of. I'm scared the fuck out of that guy. Trying to fuck around with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube.
Yeah, Debo's staying in the same hotel as me, so I'm driving them around.
That's great to hear, and we wish you all the best.
Did anyone have any questions before I get off of here tonight?
Yeah, there's been a few questions here, so I'm going to go first. We're going to start off with Cody Hagan, who's asking Graham, should WWE bring back some classic pay-per-views on the WWE Network?
And what?
Simple answer, yes, dude. Yes.
Backlash.
Should bring back some classic pay-per-views.
Oh. Backlash definitely needs to be strictly on the WWE Network and be handled that way. Let's see, what else? Old ones.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, definitely. And then
in your house,
there's
dude. What are you guys talking
there's
about?
one
In your
that's
house,
back
man.
for a while, but it's not WWE, it's WCW. I want Halloween Havoc back.
I want a Great American Bash back.
All right, if we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
have
that one too.
hey man, we're gonna have Halloween Havoc. We gotta have a Bash at the Beach just for nostalgia.
Yes, the
sake.
Bash at the Beach, man.
Yes.
Fuck SummerSlam. Bash at the Beach.
Give me a bash at the beach. Right
And-
down here in Florida. You daggone right.
And Cameron St. Clair asks, can I ask you about your wiener?
Yes, you may. And if you have any questions about it, thank you. If you have any questions about it, you can look at prior videos on the channel that you're watching right now, entitled Reckless TV, and watch the video.
Ed's View says, Graham, where's your wiener giveaway? No, you have to pay for that. There's no giveaway there.
You have to pay for that. My wiener is not free.
Damn straight. And let's see, what else do we got? Graham, are you happy that Chicago Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup?
I'm in Florida. I'm not answering that question.
I'll answer it for you. Fuck Chicago. By the way, your pizza is an abomination and you all should be ashamed. Next question.
Well, I would just like to point out that I'm very few miles away from Tampa, and so they're very sore about what happened. So we're not talking about that while I'm on speakerphone.
Well, because we want Graham to return to Georgia alive.
There are some very upset people, and let's just say they're so upset that the Chicago team was booed at the hotel.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
They were wearing Blackhawks jerseys.
Oh, we got a question from Matt in the chat. He's like, Paige versus AJ Lee in a less match. I don't.
No. It's got to be a scissors match.
Well, that's the thing. Perhaps you want to explain to people, because we're on the inside fact, as few people are, and not many people seem to understand what we mean when we're talking about a divas match and a diva, two divas fighting in a scissors match. They think, oh, that's dangerous. Well, it depends on what you define as scissors. Graham, why don't you finally educate these people as to where our fascination comes from with these particular matches?
Graham's definition of a scissors match is a match in which both divas spread their legs eagle and sit vagine to vagine, and whoever comes first loses.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, a clear definition for all those that have yet to connect the dots and figure out that we're not talking about somebody running at another person with a pair of scissors. We're talking about two divas scissoring. Okay? There's a big difference. And in fact, one of them will leave you very, very happy. So, again, that is the actual definition as to what was meant by a scissors match. And again, I guess maybe it's 6 months down the road that we finally have to define this for people, because they still think that, why are you going to want them to fight with scissors? we never said that we wanted to see them fight with scissors. We wanted to see
I
them
just
in a
want to see their
scissors
own
match.
faces.
Hey, tell me you wouldn't watch that though. Just like a couple of divas dressed up all pretty, like fucking each other up with scissors.
No. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see them scissor. I know that fucking Paige is down with that.
I'm just saying either way sounds like a good time, as long as I'm not the one getting stabbed with scissors.
Why the violence? Why the bloodshed?
I don't know, man. It just seems like something ECW would do.
Well, then let's see Al Snow versus Cactus Jack in a scissors match where they actually stab each other with scissors. But with Paige and AJ, you don't want to see them hurt each other.
I would not want either one of them to fuck up their bodies.
Exactly, but you'd want them to pleasure their bodies.
Okay, well, you get like two ugly broads to do it. Like you get like Beth Phoenix and Big Kong.
Whoa. I'd let Beth
Awesome
Phoenix
Kong.
put me in a headlock.
I don't know, man. I think that's a dude. I'm sorry.
She'd fuck you silly, dude. I can guarantee you that.
I don't know, man. Honestly,
Yo, have you heard?
I would take China over fucking Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, but hold on. Have you not heard the
Phoenix over
stories?
China any day? No.
Have you not heard the stories of X-Pac, Sean Waltman, talking about his time with China, where she'd basically she'd leave him basically gasping for air. Like that woman couldn't get enough of it.
She loves the cock.
Alex Williams says your phone sucks. LOL. Any comments?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm in Florida, and Florida cell service sucks. But you have me on the show, so be fucking happy.
Don't just be happy. Be grateful. We got the one and only, the man with the plan, Graham Hall, right here exclusively. And yet he is so far away, but making the effort and time to be available here on The Drunk Show, exclusively on Reckless TV. Be sure to comment and subscribe.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun being on The Drunk Show. Being on my own show. It's kind of awkward calling into my own show. But, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next Friday. Regular time, right here on The Drunk Show. And you will have Big Daddy back. So stay tuned. There's going to be a shitload of videos coming out this week. I know y'all have liked the content that came out this week, and y'all are going to get a shitload of content next week. So stay tuned, subscribe, tell your friends, and if you hit the thumbs down button, I encourage you to kill yourself, bitch.
Nigga. I'm 200% nigga.
Actually, I'm in Florida now, so I'm upgraded to 300%, but that's not in my theme song. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's been wonderful being back on here, and I will see each and every last one of you last week. Dave and Doc, y'all are doing a great fucking job with the show. Keep it the fuck up. And Dave, drink some more gin and tonic because you're awesome when you're drunk.
Woo! You got it, brother.
All right, gentlemen. Y'all keep it breezy.
And thank you, Graham Hall, for calling us out here tonight. An absolute pleasure to have the one and only founder and CEO of Reckless TV exclusively here on The Drunk Show.
Deuces.
So let's just quickly go back to the chat there and take a look to see what people are commenting after our one and only patron, our saint, if it were, Graham Hall, appearing on the show. I just looked at Cameron's name in the chat and I got distracted, so apologies there. But let's just quickly look to see what's going on in the chat. So we got obviously Alex Williams saying your phone sucks, which was funny. Graham is one of your teammates, a WWE fan, said Cody Hagan. Cody Hagan also says, did anyone hear that WWE Hall of Fame Blackjack Mulligan suffer a heart attack? I did not. Let's see here. Matt, what does that have to do with them being overrated? I don't know what they're talking about. Then we got China over Beth Phoenix. What? We got Ed's View back here exclusively. He did it for the cock. Matt says, Cody, people care, but life goes on. Amanda says, bye to Graham. Matt says, Graham, love your brother. And Matt says, after this, I'm going to look into new equipment for my channel. Yeah, do it, brother. So we've discussed quite a lot, and additionally, I am just trying to quickly see what's going on with this current match in Bellator MMA. I believe that we're probably in the... I don't know who's fighting right now, I don't know. But it looks good so far, so I'd encourage everyone to check it out, because chances are I'm going to end early just so that I can get a chance to watch Shamrock and Slice go at it. So all you ladies and gentlemen watching right now will have a chance to do so yourself or find something else to do on this Friday night. So, any comments from you, Doc Holliday?
Check out something nerdy on right here on Reckless TV.
Speaking of Reckless TV and anything nerdy, The fact is that this Sunday, exclusively on Reckless TV, we will now have Anything Nerdy live starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday afternoon, so that you, the Reckless TV viewer, can get caught up on everything and anything nerdy. This last week has been huge in announcements. In fact, so much so that you see that Doc Holliday and myself recorded a video about Shenmue, and 2 days later, we got the official announcement. What does that tell you, loyal Reckless TV viewer? It tells you that we're on the goddamn fucking ball. We know what's going on, and we're here to tell you all about it. But rather than do a pre-recorded show, we're going live this Sunday, first time ever, and we're going to continue to do so because you need that news, and we are here to provide that news to you. So be sure to check it out this Sunday, exclusively on Reckless TV, 3 p.m. to whenever the fuck we want. We talk about everything and anything nerdy, and this week we got a damn bunch of shit to talk about. So I encourage you to tune in. Any comments, Doc Holliday?
Another day, another doc, another drunk show. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it is in fact 10:30 at night, and I think we've had a good little run here so far. Again, I'm not the one and only Graham Hall. I'm in fact just his peon, here to help out when I can. And I'm just looking for a chance to get everyone up to speed as to what's going on. So let's look one more time into the chat. Ooh, that was a little burp. Let me try that again. Let's look once more into the chat and see what people are saying. Oh, this time I did not burp. So, let's see here. Amanda, our birthday girl of the night. Celebrate good times. Come on. Ooh, yeah. Happy birthday to me. That's right, lady. Happy birthday to you. It's a celebration. Oh, yeah. So, let's see. Ed's View. Check out Graham's Grub Review. In a month or two, I'll bring a special surprise. Well, Ed's View, I hope to damn God that is those freaky deaky red burgers that you have in Japan. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Burger King has recently announced that they are releasing red burgers in Japan, exclusively in the land of the rising sun. Nothing that we get access to here in North America, but something that is so amazing, so cool, that the people in Japan are the ones that get it. So, hopefully, us here in North America will get an opportunity to find out more about that red burger from the one and only Eddie N, straight from Japan. Be sure to check out his channel, Ed's View, the most prolific and Asian, dedicated and disciplined force on the entire internet. You want to see my Honda? You want to see my Honda? And there you go, brothers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We got the one and only exclusive person in Japan. That's right. And Ed's View is concurring with me with That's Right, Dave, because we got a man out there who can give us a view of things that we could not even dream of. And I'm looking very forward to that. Now, we got another message from Cody Hagen. I'm jumping all over the place tonight. And we got Cody Hagen saying, Devious Dave Rose, you should name you Grub Review Devious Grub Review. No. And I'll tell you why. Because I am only just but a helper here on Reckless TV. After all, it was Graham that decided to do the Graham's Grub Review, although I was the one that suggested the name. But that being said, it is his show, it is his channel, and it's more than a pleasure for me to just help out where I can. But more importantly, I have a great damn time telling you, every single person here, and every person that watches Reckless TV, a little more about what you can find if you're up here in the land of fire and ice, the land of igloos and dog sleds, the land of snow and hockey. It might be desolate, but it's a great place to live. And I love telling everyone out there what they should try out or what should they experience if they're ever up here in Canada. So I very much look forward to more Graham's Grub reviews, and I encourage everyone, if you have some ideas to what you'd like me to see, what you would like me to review, God damn it, I can't talk tonight, then please be sure to suggest that and encourage me to review that. Let's go back to the chat, because I'm all over the place tonight. Who gives a fuck? My excuse right here in my left hand. Gin and tonic. Cheers.
Dave, this Alex Williams wanted to talk about that psycho that killed a bunch of black people in the church. I don't know if you have an opinion on that or not.
The drunk show tries to avoid any political discussion as we believe that it might be contrary to the opinions of the viewers. I'm not sure what else. Actually, you know what? Here's a great transition, great point. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because I'm not in no competition with nobody. You want to hear some random, uneducated discourse on a topic that requires a lot more of research? Because clearly, you can't just read the newspaper and assume you know everything. You want to go on some total ignorance? Be sure to tune in at 11:30 tonight on the Joe Cronin Show, where Monetize This is going live. I'm sure you'll get a ton of uneducated, uninformed opinions about that particular situation that went down in North Carolina. As sad as it is, as disgusting as the action was, we don't know all the facts yet, but don't let the facts, don't let common sense dissuade you from making your judgments. So be sure to join Monetize This on Joe Cronin Show's channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, so that you can involve and discuss a topic that we still don't have all the facts on, make a judgment on, and act like you know so much. How about that? Any comments to my extremely dry and sarcastic response? Damn, my fucking gin's working its magic tonight.
The man, asked a legitimate question, so I'm gonna give it to him like this. I haven't researched it. It's been all over my news shit for like the last 2-3 days, and I just can give two fucks about it. But here's how I'm coming at it. Like Dave said, there's not enough information now. All the motherfucking news is gonna lie to you and put their fucking spin on it. And the first thing I'm thinking of is, yeah, it was fucked up what the dude did, but what kind of mental problems or what the fuck ever did this guy have? Because let me tell you, normal people just don't get up and just decide, oh, I'm gonna shoot up a church today.
He was on drugs. He was on pharmaceuticals. Sorry. I'm sorry. We can't talk about that. That's a fact.
Don't
that's
get me
a
started,
fact. We
Dave,
can't talk about
because
that.
that's gonna be a whole nother rant on the conspiracy people.
That's right. Facts and actual logistics interfere with reality. I apologize. Don't let the facts. Let me just make an announcement here to the people on the Drunk Show. Don't let facts dissuade you from making a judgment. Don't let the facts dissuade you from deciding on something you know nothing about. Who cares about facts, right?
Not even that. Just go look at the shit for yourself and then come up with your own opinion and theory from that. Like, don't let me or Dave or anybody else tell you what the fuck happened. Just come up with your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about it. And to me, that's how I feel. Like, this dude had some kind of mental problem or, like, something that pushed him over the edge to do that crazy shit. Like, I ain't justifying him. I ain't saying he was right. He's a fucked up person for doing that, but there's, like, something wrong with that person.
We're not condoning any of that sort of action here on The Dark Show. Killing people in their place of worship is a very evil thing to do. However, if you really want to get into this discussion, why don't we talk about the Yamidzis in the Middle East, a Christian minority who are being absolutely decimated by ISIS, raped, murdered, put into slavery, killed inside their own churches. No, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about reality. Let's not talk about facts. No, let's just let's ignore what's happening overseas, but let's concentrate only on what's happening domestically. I think that's a little hypocritical and a little unbalanced, because the fact is that every life is valid, every life is valuable, and if we start to see only certain lives as valuable as opposed to others, well, guess what? I think that you're sort of falling in line with what Mr. Braunhebd said earlier in the show. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are or whether or not you are a National Socialist. Everyone is equal and everyone does have value. If you don't see everyone as being equal, well then I'm sorry, you dirty fucking Nazi piece of shit. You're garbage, and you're going to be held accountable for viewing others inferior to yourself.
All right, Dave. So I gotta make a couple points on what you said.
Please.
For one, I seen our viewers drop by 2, so I'm thinking we scared off the Nazis, so that makes me smile. For one, and for 2, you made a real good point, man. It really pisses me off that like the news will sit here and focus. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a gamer, man, but the news wants to focus on E3 and the fucking Fallout special edition coming out over ISIS doing that shit to people. And the only thing I heard about ISIS on the news from like the TV news is, oh, there's an ISIS video out where they're killing somebody. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear about how you motherfuckers are gonna stop these guys. Back like not even 2 years ago, Al Qaeda was all over fucking TV. And they were talking about how they're going to stop Al Qaeda. We're not hearing about that with ISIS. We're just hearing about the fucked up shit they're doing, and like that pisses me off.
And it's absolutely disgusting that you see these beheadings live on TV, and it's disgusting. But let's try to move away from politics a bit. There's a few people that have been adding comments into the chat, so let's go through these here slightly. So we got Matt saying, Alex, there's not enough gin in the world to cover that tonight. What was he referring to? How about the psycho that killed the people? Yeah, there's not enough gin in the world to sort of keep us sane when having to discuss a very disgusting situation like that. Doc Holliday versus Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That's a fucking, there's no question there. It's Doc Holliday.
I'll win. All day.
It's obviously it's a holiday.
I'm breaking kayfabe.
Ain't no fucking celebration here. It's a holiday.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'll leak your nudes, bro. Like that guy ain't got nothing on me.
All Doc Holliday is gonna say is like, let's recreate a scene from Cyber Wars, and you'll have Seth Rollins say, "Really?" And then that's where Doc Holliday will put him in the pin and crush his skull in with his knee. And let's move on.
You want to go further with that? I'll take his own move, the curb stomp, and I'll show him what it really is, and American History X, and I'll say no more.
There we go, brother. No fucking fake cinder blocks for you. You drag him outside the arena to an actual fucking curb, and you're like, you want the curb stomp? Good luck to your dentist. He's gonna have his work, fucking busy. Stomp. All right, let's move on here, because I'm getting saucy. Amanda says, Matt, how do you throw a birthday party for a gothic girlfriend? And then Amanda says, I don't know, Matt. And then Matt says, I'm going to take... Maybe that's the punchline? I don't get it. But okay. I'm going to take my girl to Olive Garden and then see Unfriended. Okay. Sure. I don't really know what to make these days. Right now. It's the gin, baby. That's what happens. Anyways,
right.
Let's move on. Happy birthday. Hashtag happy birthday, Amanda. That's right. Happy birthday, Amanda. Hashtag happy birthday, Amanda. Very happy birthday to you, my lovely there in Michigan. Again, she's my neighbor because Michigan borders with Ontario. Hoorah. And may you have a very absolutely awesome birthday, my lady friend. And I hope it's a good one. And let's move on. Let's see here. Cody Hagan says, should Goldberg return to the WWE? As I answered to Tommy NC 2010 the other day, just give it up. Goldberg is done. It's over. It's done with. No more. That's it. We're done. He's not going to come back. He didn't leave in a good standing with WWE. And it's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to accept that because we're not going to see Goldberg return. At least I would have to think not in the next 5 years. We've seen him in the indies. He's doing, he just speared, what's his name? Steiner. Rick Steiner. Was it Rick Steiner? Well, yeah. He speared him the other day in some independent wrestling event. And, he's involved with the wrestling scene, but he's not going back to WWE. It's not going to happen. And WWE's not going to want him back. That's the big thing. He's burned his bridges, and WWE's burned their bridges. It's just not going to happen. Let's see here. Let's keep going on the chat.
Hold up, Dave. I got to comment on the Goldberg. Like, my thing is Vince has some kind of vendetta against WCW talent, especially the guys that were hot in the Monday Night Wars.
Can I correct you and just say he just has something out for WCW?
Yeah, you can shorten it by saying that, but like to me, it's the guys that were like real hot in the Monday Night Wars that he's really trying to like stick it to, because those were the guys that could have potentially put him out of business. And the reason I'm basing this, Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, like, okay, none of those guys hold records. Okay, they held the belt maybe once or twice. Okay, like they never would have been John Cena. Okay, and those were the ones that hopped off WCW real quick. And then when you look at guys like Sting, I guarantee Vince McMahon said fuck Sting for years, and I'm sorry, that's what he said. And then after a while, he goes, you know what? He's getting older, and he only has a couple years left. I can make some money off that gimmick. They don't know what the hell they're doing in TNA, so that's what they're doing. And the thing with Goldberg, here's what I see WWE doing, is either booking him for one stupid match, or they put him in NXT, and I don't see that happening right now.
No.
And the only reason I see it happening is Goldberg's been very vocal about wanting to do one more big match for his son to see because his son's getting older. And I respect that like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I was never a Goldberg guy, but I respect the sentiment he's coming from. So, I really think Vince just has a thing for WCW guys, and it's the same thing with TNA. And the only reason you're seeing Samoa Joe right now is because Triple H got some pull, and he knows what talent is.
Yep, absolutely. By the way, Cody Hagan says Devious Dave Rose versus Kevin Owens for the next NXT champion. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't stand a chance in hell against Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. I was going to say Kevin Steen. No fucking chance in hell. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'd put on a good show with Seth Rollins. And he's a fucking great performer. But Kevin Owens, dude, that I would get the Cena treatment. Absolutely. And the fact is, I mean, Kevin Owens is fucking incredible, and he is just so capable. I would just rather want to put him over, to be quite honest. Kevin Owens is somebody I want to see. I want to see more often. I want to see that package pile driver. I want to see this fucking bullshit crippling that WWE forces on him. I want to see Kevin Steen unleashed.
Speaking of Kevin Owens, did anybody see that epic ass match between him and Samoa Joe? That was like the most amazing thing.
I keep hearing a bunch of shit about that confrontation that they had.
Oh, dude, Dave, they booked it perfect. Like, I do not see them they literally put them both over. This is how badass it was. Like, to me, I felt like Attitude Era again. Like, the show was like being like took over. The shit was off the script, and it was like, in my head, I know, like, watching it later, this shit was script and it was planned like this, but the way they fucking did it, like, they had security pulling them both away and shit, and the fucking, like, they're both, like, getting away from security to hit each other and shit. Like, I really felt like it was one of them genuine Stone Cold Steve Austin moments from the fucking early 2000s. Like, that's what I really felt watching that.
Okay. If we're going to go in that direction, let's go in that direction. What about the rest of the show? Do you really think that finding a little cubic zirconian in a 20 pound of shit is worthwhile? That's why I stopped watching WWE. Okay, there's a few things here and there that give you inspiration, that give you hope that things are going to get better. But everything else is fucking garbage. And if you delude yourself into thinking, oh no, WWE's the best. Lucha Underground, that's garbage. ROH, that's garbage. TNA, that's garbage. Well, you know what? No, you're garbage. You're garbage. You're fucking garbage. And guess what? You're fucking garbage. Because you are the one that don't seem to understand reality. And you are the one that is Triple H's friend called Mark. Because the fact is, if it wasn't for NXT, the whole WWE brand would be garbage. And don't give me, oh, well, they had such a great match. So one match in a 3-hour span, where half of it, an hour and, 30 minutes, is fucking talking promos. You're going to try to convince me, someone who's been watching wrestling since 1984. I'm 35 years old, people. 1984. I got to see Roddy Piper smash the coconut into Jimmy Snuka's head. Okay? I got to see when the Ultimate Warrior was locked in a metal casket by The Undertaker. Okay? I got to see when the Macho Man was bitten by a cobra that was produced by Jake the Snake Roberts, okay? I got to see things that we will never, ever see. Don't ever tell me that you know better than I do, that you are more aware than I am. When I grew up in the rocking wrestling era with Cyndi Lauper, with Mr. T, with the fucking cartoon show, with all these great events that we will never experience again. Why? Because Vince McMahon prefers sucking dick than he does putting on a good show. Now, some people might argue, well, no, he puts on a good show the way he thinks a good show should be put on. He tells you what to think. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you going to accept that shit? Are you going to accept Vincent Kennedy McMahon telling you what you should be watching, what you shouldn't be watching, what's good and what's bad? Or are you going to make your decision up for yourself? Are you going to make up your mind for yourself? Are you going to choose to accept the Kool-Aid, or are you going to accept the fact that you, as a human, have critical thinking and you can make your mind up for yourself? What are you going to choose? I want to ask everybody here in the chat tonight, what are you going to choose? And I'm going to go to the chat right now, and I want to see what you people are saying.
All right, Dave. Like, I got a couple like rebuttals, man. Like, you're talking like the last 10 years of WWE was garbage, and man, that was some good shit in there. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm one of the guys that will call them on their bullshit. If their fucking cards bullshit, I'm gonna call it. I'm not fucking Dave and Cure. I'm gonna call them on their bullshit. Right now, I'm a Lucha Underground man.
Hold on. You're just a hater, Doc Holiday. How can you say such things about WWE and then come out and say that Lucha is so great, even though it is? How can you say that sort of thing?
When WWE does something I like, I'm on it. You know what I mean? Like, but lately, check it out. Lately, all WWE offers right now is Kevin Owens and Neville. Like, that's the only thing bringing me back to their shit. And Ziggler a little bit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the... And I ain't gonna lie, Bray Wyatt, oh my god, the shit they're doing right now. Okay, I don't know if you know about this, Dave. They're doing some crazy-ass angle to where Bray Wyatt is stalking fucking Roman Reigns, and he's like showing pictures of Roman Reigns with his daughter and shit. And to me, when you do shit like that, and you do the Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe shit, to me, you're slowly bringing back kayfabe. Maybe I'm reaching, maybe I'm like, you know what I mean, giving them too much credit, but that's what I kind of feel like they're doing. And then Brock Lesnar, every time you put him on TV, it's fucking just golden. Even if he don't touch nobody. Like, they had Seth Rollins running out of the ring like a little bitch, and I was just like happy as shit. Like, and another question I got for you, and I know the chat's probably love this fucking question, because I never really feel like it's been ever asked on air, so I'm gonna fucking do it. Bombshell right here. Hashtag pipe bomb. How many years do you think the old man Vince got left?
In working with WWE or in his life?
No, life. Just because that's when I feel the product's going to.
The problem is that he lives too healthy. He lives way too healthy. He's in his early 70s, I believe, or late 60s.
Keep the crowd hot. I'll fucking Google it.
Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing. I suspect that he's probably 67. I suspect it. He could be a little older. I believe that he's probably... Look, I don't wish death on him, but the fact is, I don't think he's going to die at least until 91.
So the man's 69 years old, and that's no joke.
Well, I called it. I mean, I said 69 to 71. And fact is... I mean, it seems to be that, considering his healthy lifestyle, this guy's probably going to live until he's like 91, 95. I mean, he's going to be living up for a while.
You never know, though, Dave. Like, life's a motherfucker. You never know. Like, what if it's some... I would laugh my fucking ass off. And I'm sorry, like, this sounds like some morbid shit, but I would laugh my fucking ass off. I wake up one day and everybody's reporting, Vince McMahon died of a heart attack, fucking hooker in a hotel room or some shit. Shit happens, man.
Yes, but I actually suspect that we're going to probably see him for, let's see here, 69, this is 79, 89, probably another 20 years. I definitely do not believe that he is going to expire prior to that. I could be wrong.
You never know. We might like see it'd be fucked up, but it's in my mind, and I know some of you fuckers in the chat have thought of this too. What about like a senile fucking Vince, like with dementia, that can't remember what the fuck's going on? He don't even know what's on the card and shit.
Well, dementia also comes up from health and lifestyle and diet, and considering he used to be a billionaire, and He's living healthy. I do not see dementia coming into his circle. I mean, we know that he's demented in the sense that he believes that John Cena is like Superman. We know that. But in regards to confusing a key, for, like a car key for a pencil, or, shitting into a basket because he thinks it's a toilet, no, I don't think we're going to see that at all with Vince McMahon. I think eventually he's just going to die in his bed, die in his sleep. But I do believe that we're going to see him for quite a while longer. So Cody Hagan says Kool-Aid Man versus Mark Henry. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Kool-Aid Man. He breaks through fucking brick walls and shit.
Well, that's the thing, though. He breaks through brick walls, but he's made of glass, and he's got a liquid interior. You know what? That being said, if he can break through a brick and he's made of glass, he'd probably beat down Mark Henry. So I'll give Kool-Aid Man the win over Mark Henry.
Yeah, and you don't know what's in that Kool-Aid, man. Like, you don't know, so...
Yeah, Matt
might be
says,
some crazy
Dave, I'm
shit.
surprised Vince didn't have a stroke when the WWE lost $700 million. Good point. But that also, I think, goes to show that he understands business, and although, he probably wasn't too pleased with that, he probably accepted that as just being a reality of the situation. I mean, I'm positive, and I've said this from the very beginning, and as always, the doubters have said their thing, but I do nothing, and I get proven right. So many situations, but this one included. I do nothing, and I get proven right. The WWE Network, although it lost money initially, the fact is, this is now their guaranteed bread and butter. You got people like me. You got people like Doc Holliday. You got people like Graham Hall. You got people all over the place that want to watch good, and let me emphasize this now, wrestling. Let me repeat that. Wrestling. Okay? So, all these old shows that are available on the network are something that Doc Holliday and I would instantly tune in for. Great American Bash. Bash at the Beach. Halloween Havoc. Okay, we're talking WCW stuff, but guess what? That was good stuff. And I would more than willing to watch that stuff right now than I would watching Raw or SmackDown or a fucking pay-per-view for that fucking matter. So that network that they've created has now guaranteed them a steady income. Because of that, and I said this a few episodes ago, they don't give a fuck no more about changing their product to try to match with what the audience thinks it should be seen. No, they got their money coming in. They're happy. Status quo, people. They're gonna be happy with the status quo. And that, in a bow, is the problem with WWE.
Okay, once again, I gotta play devil's advocate. I'm seeing something in WWE I've never seen. And what I'm seeing is age of the fucking indie. And what I mean by that is they're fucking bringing out independent wrestlers that are just like, okay, these dudes were in Japan, these dudes were in fucking these little independent circuits just going town to town, fucking like they're doing some shit I never seen them do.
Question for you then. Why do you think AJ Styles is so popular? Do you think it's just because of word of mouth? Or do you think it because we live in an age of social media where the word spreads and people start to experience things that they were denied in the past, and only due to the internet you can find shows like New Japan Pro Wrestling. You can find shows like ROH. You can find shows that are not commonly discussed, but give you what it is to watch wrestling.
I think part of it is like word of mouth and social media because I've seen AJ Styles and he ain't shit. I'm sorry. I know I'm pissing some people off right now, but he's nothing special. Like I've seen 1,000 guys do what he does. I know the dirt sheets are rumbling like, oh, is WWE gonna pick up AJ Styles? Are they gonna pick him up?
No, they're
from
not.
fucking TNA.
Well, they might want to, but AJ Styles is gonna say no. I'm living a great life. I'm a big fish in a small pond, and I'm doing fucking awesome.
Well, that's the thing though. They might just give him like a cushy ass deal because I'm telling you, Dave, they gave Samoa Joe some kind of badass deal because I'm hearing rumors about this guy like still wrestling on independent while he's on NXT, and that is fucking unheard of for WWE.
Well, there's stuff that you really got to pay attention to because the fact is we've got Samoa Joe, and there was another individual that was in NXT, but he's also doing other wrestling and stuff. And they were, I think it was Kevin Steen. I think ROH is selling an action figure of Kevin Steen, and WWE doesn't like that. But they still have the ability to sell characters and merchandise under the Kevin Steen brand, because Kevin Steen is not Kevin Owens according to the WWE.
Yeah, I got you on that shit, and that shit's probably collectible as fuck right now because I know the Kevin Owens shirts for WWE have been selling like a motherfucker.
But there's also the fact that Samoa Joe apparently did upset some people in WWE from the fact that he was doing things, these independent shows and stuff while he was still signed up with WWE, even though that was after the fact. And some of the creative people were upset with Samoa Joe. But the fact is, well, Samoa Joe already had a pre-existing contract, and it was WWE that decided to say, okay, we'll work around your pre-existing contracts and let you, work with us in our organization. So they can't get mad at the fact that this guy had pre-existing deals to try to make him money. But that's how WWE works. They want it all or they want nothing.
Yeah, NXT does need more time, but for that to happen, you really need, and this really needs to happen, seriously, you gotta have Triple H grab his testicles and walk in to fucking Vince McMahon's office and say, hey man, my product is fucking better than yours. I need more time. We got our network, give me more fucking time. And it's not gonna happen. And then you want to go to the reverse route, have Stephanie just walk in there with her fucking little kitty cat eyes, or what the fuck you want to call it, and do it. That ain't gonna happen either.
Well, let me tell you something, Doc. I know wrestling. Vincent Kennedy McMahon Sr. taught me everything I know. And the fact is, I know what the audience wants. And I will tell them what they want. They want to see Doink the Clown versus Santino for an Intercontinental Championship match. That's what the audience wants. They don't want to see Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe.
Apparently, Vince seems to think he knows what's more important than us fans do.
And another thing, I'm with Jim Cornette all day on this shit. Since you built yourself as the biggest, baddest fucking heel, and I'm talking to Vince McMahon right now, since you built yourself as the biggest, baddest fucking thing, you know what I mean? The biggest, baddest heel ever in wrestling, like you're the shit heel boss of shit heel bosses. Why don't you ever show up anymore? Like, I get you're busy and you're a billionaire and all this shit, but goddamn, when you show up on Raw or SmackDown, what the fuck, man? Like, the crowd gets all happy and we think we're gonna get a you're fired and we never fucking get it.
It seems to be that McMahon works better in that position than Triple H does. But
Triple H, man, I got respect for
Well,
that
no,
guy.
he's
I feel like he's trying to hold it together and shit.
he's trying. But they all have their faults. But let's go through the chat here quickly here because there's quite a few people saying things. Alex Williams says, I think NXT should add an hour. You're damn right they should. Matt says, Alex, that is the problem with Raw. It's too fucking long. Absolutely. It should have stayed at 2 hours. Alex replies with NXT should be 2 hours long, though, not 3. Absolutely. Ed's View says 1,000 guys. Name them. LOL. I don't know who you're talking about. Matt says, Alex, I agree NXT is great, but when the WWE expands, it never goes great. And that's also fucking true.
XFL.
Alex Williams says, well, I think NXT should have more time. That's my opinion, and that's absolutely true. Because already with 1 hour, they're fucking blowing it up. So you might as well give them 2 hours to fucking embarrass Raw and show them how an actual fucking wrestling show is done. Alex says half an hour at least. No, a full hour. Give me 2 hours. Commander Critter says Kevin Owens is better than John Cena. Fuck yeah. And Matt says something very, very nice. Cena powerbombed off the Golden Gate Bridge by Kevin Owens, and I think that would be fucking the move of the fucking century. Imagine Kevin Owens grabbing Cena and powerbombing him off the Golden Gate Bridge into San Francisco Bay. Would that not be the fucking greatest fucking move ever? And then Matt says, Dave, Vince wouldn't know how to pour piss out of a boot if the instructions were written on the heel. Absolutely, he'd probably take a swig. So, yeah, seems to be that Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon is a little confused as to what we, the audience, would like to see. So, let's see here. Another comment in the chat from Cody. Vince versus Seth Rollins in a title versus career match. No, fuck that. That's stupid. Any comments, Doc?
Yeah, the career match was like the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Well, that being said, I'm not too sure what else we can discuss tonight. We've gone through a fair bit, and we are definitely going to go through a lot this Sunday on Anything Nerdy Live, the first episode of that show live on Reckless TV, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check it out. But tonight, we had a great amount of discussion on all things wrestling and everything in between. So I'm very happy with the fact that my pathetic performance tonight was at least enough to get you guys to laugh and to be a little bit involved here on the show. And remember, we do have that Shamrock versus Slice match coming up with the MMA Bellator match that is coming up very soon. And you also have the show of hypocrites, two-faced cowards, and infantile morons, aka monetize this, coming up at 11:30 exclusively on the Joe Cronin Show. Guess what, people? I'm not threatened by giving you that information. I encourage you to check out Joe Cronin, Tommy Brownshirt, Tommy C, Dead on Derp, Dead on Dave, and as always, the beautiful and great individual known as Jesse J, a truly shining star and a great example to everyone out there as to how you should live your life, because Jesse J is the epitome of what we call diplomatic and selfless. So, Ed's View. This ain't no fucking Disney movie, okay? That's all I got to say about that. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying. Big it ups. And all I got to say is, actually, in the words of J-Rock,
There's two things motherfuckers gotta know about Jada the ROC, straight up, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I spin more rhymes than a lazy Susan, and I'm innocent until my guilt is proven. Peace. Represent Sunnyvale, straight the fuck up.
that's right. Peace, Sunnyvale, word the fuck up. That's right, represent. All I gotta say is to all you out there, all you haters, I love you all because every time you hate, you give me your energy. You give me your power and control, and I love you for it because you're so pathetically weak that you're willing to waste your time and energy on someone like me. But you know what? You just proved me right every single time you act. Love ya. Love you all. Love every single one of you motherfuckers. Because again, you might think you're big shit, but come up to Toronto and face me face to face and then tell me that you're big shit. And you're saying, oh, well, Dave's talking big. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Come up to Toronto. You want to find out where I am? Here you go. Message me. Why don't you email me? deviousdaverose@gmail.com. Not only will it give you a specific address, I'll give you fucking GPS coordinates to where I am. You come and see me face to face. And I promise you that you're going to change your opinion like that. You might say, oh, Dave, you're just some keyboard commando. No. I'm the one who's more than willing to tell you where I am, to tell you where to find me, to tell you where you can face me. Mano y mano, adelante de migo, cara a cara. Y te prometo que cuando estás conmigo, no vas a sobrevivir. Es así de simple. Bueno? So for all those that don't speak Spanish, just understand that you step up to me, I'll put you down. You might say, oh, Dave, you're talking big, man. Where's your little friend? Well, guess what? Email me. Tweet me. I will tell you where to find me. And then you'll find out where my little friend is. I'll give you 3 different options. I won't tell you it live on the air because it'll incriminate me. But the problem is, well, actually, I should say the explanation is those 3 options will determine how you continue on in life. So, on that note, cheers to you motherfuckers. I love you all as much as you hate me, because the fact is, you're giving me more power every time you think about me. So, keep doing it. Keep doing it, because the only thing sweeter than a delicious dry gin like this is your hate, because it gives me great pleasure. Great pleasure. Oh yeah, I'm saucy tonight. I love every one of you, especially to you haters. Love you all. Love you. So, Doc Holiday. It is now 11:17 Eastern Standard Time. We should be eventually seeing Kimbo Slice and Ken Shamrock wrestle in the octagon. Any thoughts before we close out tonight's show?
One hell of a show. I'm glad to have Grandma on. And fuck anybody that fucking hates us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And not only do I not need to wear a brown shirt to match my outfit, I don't need to use a mirror to see my own cock. And, in fact, I'm just a typical guy that just doesn't give a fuck. If your butt hurt, may I suggest Johnson's & Johnson's KY Jelly. It may help your sphincter, except the cock of reality. But, that being said, we're going to go one last time, and I mean one last time, to the chat here to see what's going on. So let's see what we have here. And that's a burp, which isn't in the chat. But that being said, we've got Cody Hagan asking, is Marky D going to be on the Drunk Show tonight? Well, he hasn't called in, so I guess that's a no. Matt says, can Lesnar F5 Vince again? As long as it doesn't result in a murder charge, I'm good for that. And he says, I'm glad that he's here tonight, and I'm glad that you're here too. Cody Hagan asks, will MCW be coming back after the season finale? I guess you mean finale? But that's perfectly fine, because you've now entered the prick mode, a.k.a. Devious Dave Rose, the king of pricks, so I will most definitely comment on your lack of grammar. But that being said, yes, you may or you may not see MCW coming back after the season finale. I would suspect yes, but I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. Moving on. Alex Williams says, great show, you damn Canadian. And as a Canadian, I got to say, I'm sorry. I apologize. Moving on, Ed's View says, let it go, let it go. Well, let it go, let it go. It's not a fucking Disney show. And get me that damn fucking Red Burger video review. I want to see that shit. Anyways, moving on. Alex Williams says, you should have masked a bear. Oh, should have maced a bear, I guess is what he meant. Though, to make the show better. Look, if there was bears around my neighborhood, I would just slap a GoPro on my head, and I'd fucking just go at it. To be quite honest, I'll be honest with you. Fuck the kayfabe, I'll be honest with everyone here on the show right now tonight. I would love to get into an opportunity to go one-on-one with a bear. Now, some people might say, oh, that's crazy, you're fucking insane. First of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, if you maybe remember 10,000 years ago, our ancestors faced bears that were 5 times the size of the bears that we have now, with sticks and stones. And they did it the boss way. They were fucking bosses. So you know what? If we can't live up to that ideal of our ancestors, then why are we on this fucking planet? You give me a fucking bear, I'll beat it to fucking death with my bare hands. And that's a fucking guarantee.
Yeah, let's get 99 likes down there, and Dave will fight a bear live on stream.
Let's move on here quickly here. Ed's View says Jesse J is a legend. Jesse J is not just a legend, but he is a god. Moving on, Matt says Jesse J kicks ass, and absolutely he does. Cody Hagan says if Devious Dave Rose was in the WWE, he would team up with Bret the Hitman Hart. Right now, Bret is a little old, but I guess I could kind of see myself teaming up with Natalia and what's his name? Fucking who's her husband called? What's his name? I call him Catman. What's his name? Oh, it's not Cesaro. It's
Tyson
Kidd. There we go. FYI, I don't watch WWE very much. I'd probably team up with the Hart family. I would not deny that. I mean, that would be the one that I would probably relate to. Oh, look at this. Nothing face to face. Oh, no, nothing face to face. That's right, Alex Williams. Oh, yeah. And Ed's View says, did Carlito's spirit just take over Dave? Oh, yeah. And speaking of Carlito, you guys should check out the movie Carlito's Way. It was a great movie, and it starred Al Pacino, and he's got a great line in that movie, which I suggest that every single one of you who is watching right now apply to your life. He tells somebody who's trying to get some money out of him, it's like, yo, I don't know you, so I don't owe you. Remember that, people. Very wise words delivered exclusively here on Reckless TV's Drunk Show by the one and only Devious Dave Rose. I don't know you, so I don't owe you. Remember that, because that phrase will definitely help you in your life. Now, quickly moving on. Someone hit the SAP button on him, please. What's the SAP button? I don't know what the fuck that is. Moving on. Hashtag heal Dave. Abso-fucking-lutely. Moving on. Hashtag hate gasms. I don't hate gasms, man. Fucking orgasms are the best gasms. Moving on. If Devious Dave Rose was in WWE, would he team up? Well, we already fucking answered that. You have a chicken? Probably in the freezer.
I ain't cooking that shit, bro.
What?
I ain't cooking that shit.
Matt says Dave equals prick king. Me equals king of assholes. And that's why we are the greatest team ever. Pricks and assholes. Oh yeah. As View says, laugh my ass off. And Cody Hagen says, Macho Man Dave Rose, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, the man. That's right, I'm gonna go back to the video here right now where you can watch me all on YouTube. The man with the gin tonic. With the Bombay Sapphire and the Schweppes gin and tonic. Oh yeah, is a drink for you all people. Oh yeah, dig it. Now on that note, it is 11:25 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm sure you, ladies and gentlemen, have a lot to do on your Friday night. I'm extremely happy that you chose to spend time here on Reckless TV's Drunk Show to experience what it is to have the one and only Devious Dave Rose run the Drunk Show, no matter how crappy it may be, compared to Graham Hall's version. But that being said, we are going to close this show up, and I want to say to everyone here that's joining us, to all my haters, I love every single one of you. Please be sure to join us again next week, where we've got the return of the man himself, Graham Hull, here exclusively on Reckless TV. So, as we conclude today's show, be sure to check me out on the internet. Go to Twitter at Devious Dave Rose. Go to YouTube, Devious Dave Rose. You want to call me up on the phone, tell me how much you hate me? Skype at Devious Dave Rose. And most importantly, you want to check us out on YouTube. Be sure to check out the Reckless TV channel. All you have to do is look up Graham Hull. Look for that mean black man. Subscribe, because you will get a great amount of shows on his channel. A plethora of different programs available for you, the viewer. All different sorts of topics, all different sorts of opinions, exclusively for you. So, last but not least, check my store out, spreadshirt.deviousdaverose.com, or should I say deviousdaverose.com.spreadshirt.ca. Fuck that long address. More importantly, you see down there? That's where you put your comments. Put your comments there. Tell me what you think. You love Dave Rose. You hate Dave Rose. You don't know who Dave Rose is. It doesn't matter. You put it down there. You like the video? Give it a thumbs up. You hate the video? Give it a thumbs down. You don't care for the video? Just give it a thumbs up anyways. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Very happy that you did so. very happy that we have so many people here tonight. I'm very glad that we've got the one and only Doc Holliday, fastest gun in the West, as my co-host here tonight. Doc Holliday, any final words for our audience?
One hell of a show, and be sure to be here next week on the next Drunk Show.
And all I have to say to finish the whole show off is, as always,